after 20 years of sending money back home to build this house for me.
I noticed that a lot of foreigners that comes over here, like Africans and Hispanics and Puerto Ricans and Chinese people, what I notice a lot of them do, because I see it all the time, they come to America and they work. And Americans will look at these people like all they do is work. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 or 3 jobs and they work. But what they do is that they send the majority of the money home, and they have their family members to create the life that they need. So most likely their family members is building them a house, or their family members is investing their money. So what they do is they come to America to just work for a certain amount of years so they can gather all the money they need so they can go back home and live right and live wonderful and live beautiful, right? Unfortunately, some of these family members do them wrong and steal their money. But the overall thing that I got is that these foreigners, they come to America to work and make money. And they take the money and they go back home and they live the life that is beautiful and wonderful if they got the family members that is trustworthy to help them do that. Now, we as Americans, we live here, right? We live here. We are citizens here and we work here, but yet our cost of living is so high and we get treated like shit. But yet the foreigners, they come over here to do the same thing we do. They work and they work and they work. And they work more than us. And they work less than us. But the money is worth more over there than it is here. So if a Puerto Rican or Mexican get a job paying $8 an hour, by the time he transfers that money back to where he come from, the money is worth more over there than it is here. So a Mexican working $10, $11, $12 an hour is no thing to him, because most likely the majority of that money is going back home. But the fact that we live here, we need at least $30, $40, $50, $60 an hour in order to live here, and we are the citizens here. So that goes to show you that the foreigners are living large, while we as citizens and we live here and we work here, we get treated like shit. And our cost of living is extremely expensive when you got foreigners who come over here just to make money so they can take the money back home where it's worth more. And they can actually build a mansion. They can actually live a lavish life if they just come to America to work. So what did that go to show you, Americans? That America is a corporation. It's a business. It's not a country. It's a business for people to come and make money and build wealth and go back home. But we as American citizens, we live here and we are the workers for the corporation. This is why the United States corporation is failing, is dead, is bankrupt, because too many foreigners has came over here and they know how to work the corporation. Now the corporation is bankrupt. Now they need the workers of the corporation, which is the American citizens. They need us to work more, to do more. Because the ones that comes from overseas, the ones that come to only make money to take home, they make their money and they leave. But when we make our money, we got to stay here. And now accommodations is shit. But meanwhile, an African that come over here can work here for only 5 years and work a good 12 hours, at least 3 days a week for 5 years, and can go back home to a mansion. But yet we can work 20 years and we still can't even afford to take a week vacation off. And this is how it's always been. So now, the United States Corporation is going bankrupt. The United States of America is dead. It has nothing to offer nobody because now everything is going digital. So the people that's been coming over here and making good money off of us, it is easier for them to go with the currency because they already used America for what they needed it for. They already live in their mansions. And they build their mansions from the ground up. So they don't have a mortgage. Because in other countries, when you buy a house and you own it, it is yours. But if you buy a house and you own it in America, it's not really yours. Because even if you fully pay for the house in America, if you miss on one tax month, they can take your shit. So if you fully pay for a house and you forget to pay that taxes on your house for at least 1 or 2 months, they can still take your shit. So you technically never owned your house. But if you live in another country and you come over here to America and you take that money back home and you build that house or you buy a house, that house is yours because you own it because the laws are different. So if a Jamaican or somebody from a foreign country come to America and they create the life that they need in another country, when they go back home, everything that they work for here is theirs and they own it. They don't got to worry about taxes there. They own it. And they use the American dollar to buy it or to fix it or to build it. But yet we are the citizens here and we will never own nothing. And we are still broke, even to this day. So even when you think you own your home, you still don't own it. And with this new world order system that's about to come into place, they're going to make sure that you don't even own your home. They're going to make sure you don't even own your car. So it's going to get from bad to worse. Because now the home that you're about to live in is going to be owned by the state. So you will never own it. So when are we going to wake up and see what our eyes is keeping us from seeing? Because some of us see this shit. Some of us is proud to be an American. But yet you go over to the other foreign countries and look at the beautiful world that American money built. And you come back home in your own country and look at what you got. Shit. And the world is about to get worse. Because with this new world order system, they're going to make sure that you stay poor. And you don't own nothing. And you still going to be happy. Because look how Americans is right now. They are happy living like this. And they are poor and they own nothing. Wow.